Anyway, how do you think Medusa's going to play out? Actually, let's get this game started, then we can talk about Medusa, alright? So here we go, Game 7, last game of the night. The score is 4-2 to F91, and the final game, Medusa, Game 7, Broodsport, number 1. It's going to be good. Let's see it right now. Here we have F91 spawning at 6 o'clock in purple, and Idra spawning in teal at 3 o'clock. So, Chill, what are your feelings about this map?
I like it. I think again it seems like Max seems to be a really strong build here because you have that free base in your back. Uh, we saw Flash, I believe it was on Medusa against GG play when Mac was first making its comeback, sort of, and he just got absolutely crushed. And that's because he was playing kind of the old school style of Mac. The more modern style of Mac really works well here. And again, I mean, Idra, I'd like to see Mac, but he's put up good results with Bio, so maybe you should stay with it.
Maybe. One thing to note about Medusa is that all the Protoss matchups on it suck balls. PvT here is so ridiculously imbalanced that it's to the point of boredom. PvZ is generally pretty bad. However, I really enjoy TVZ here.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I like F91's Mutalisk style, so I hope he opens up with Mutalisk. I haven't liked these last few games where he's opened up with Hydras, especially Hydralisk upgrades and not opening Lurkers, so I'd like to see him revert kind of back into that normal style.
Well, here we go, we have Idra walling in, well, about to wall in his base, so I mean, that's pretty much standard, because you can't wall at them wide choke at his position, because the Marines pop out on the wrong side, and then the Lings come out and they rape the Marines and all hell breaks loose. So, looks like we need to pause. For anyone still around on the stream, again, our server is being mean to us. They are really, basically what's happening, every 15-ish minutes, the server is trying to boot a whole bunch of people off and lag spikes and all this nasty stuff happens. So we have to reset it manually on our end, so that's why you're getting the lag spikes, that's why I've got the problem. Just waiting for the final word from our magical tech crew, i.e. Rich. So yeah, do you think your 4-3 prediction is going to come true after all? Chill?
I reserve judgment until I see which build F91 opens up with. I think if he opens up with 3-hatch Spire, yes. I think if he does any sort of Hydralisk opening, no.
Fair enough. Okay. Looks like we're getting ready to go here. Kinda can give me the final word on whether to go or not. So for all you guys reconnecting about now, I'm sorry about these tech problems. It's a problem with our server being overloaded about every 15 odd minutes. They are being really annoying and disconnecting a bunch of people because we're using like more people than we used to. So okay, we've missed about a minute 45 apparently of the series, but really nothing has happened. Idra has decided to wall in. He has a supply depot. His barracks is a little late. F91 hasn't done anything interesting yet, so let's get this game back on track. So Chill, for those of you who didn't hear it, what do you feel about ZVT Hero?
I guess just repeating myself for people who already heard it. Again, I find Mac to be really strong here, modern Mac. So I'd like to see that from Idra once again. I think it's fair. I enjoy it. I think the backdoor doesn't come into play too much unless people design lurker builds specifically to go into it, and the safe third base is nice in ZVT, especially fighting against mech and especially fighting with mech.
Yeah, and like I said before, during our downtime, Protoss matchups here suck. PvT is really boring, and yeah. and PvZ isn't much better. What we can see here now by F91 is that we've got 2 hatch at the moment. It was a 12 hatch, he's got putting down 11 pull, he's droning up more, and I think this is going to be the build he's been using for most of the series so far.
Well, finally we see some 2-hatch variation, so we're going to be expecting to see Zerglings here. I can't remember the last time I saw 2-hatch Lurker, so... Or excuse me, 2-hatch Mutas is what I meant to say. I think I said Zerglings. But I'm really excited to see that. He's waiting for his pool, stockpiling gas, and Idra already putting down the command center before a Marine. So if F91 has the Mutalisk micro we've seen before, this is really going to be damaging.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that Idra hasn't noticed that the drones are still mining gas. I mean, I'm sure he has noted it. He's adding a second barracks, and he's continuing to produce Marines, so I'm not sure if Idra is reacting to this correctly. I'm not sure, you may be able to put me right there, Chill.
I don't like what F91 is doing at all. He's getting both 2-hatch layer, Zergling speed, and a sunken. I don't think you can afford that kind of investment. You gotta pick one or the other. So I really don't like that. And Idra, again, cutting as much as he can to get his infrastructure set up, put that second barracks down before even getting a Marine. So he's really confident here. And looks like he's realized the 2-hatch is coming. He's not even gonna lift that command center out. He's just making SCVs from the second command center, rallying them back to his main.
Yeah, I think that's a smart move. I mean, saturating your main mineral patch is always a good idea, especially when you know that there's very fast Mutalisks or something very fast from their tech is coming your way.
Yeah, good mineral timing here from F91. He finishes with the layer with 200 minerals. Gonna put that Spire down. Okay, now he had about 400 by the time it went down, but that's alright. Two barracks up now, an academy from Idra, making his first 2 medics and getting stim.
And Idra is also floating to his natural, so I mean he's getting his economy online. And with how fast that Spire is going, I mean, when do you need to start building your engineering bay to have turrets in time for Mutalisk to arrive, Chill?
You can build them. You can build the engineering bay almost as late as when the Spire is actually finished. Of course, that's cutting it too close because often you don't know exactly when the Spire is going to be finished. So this timing from Idra is looking pretty solid. The Spire's about half done when the engineering bay started. That looks solid. A few speedlings coming in from F91, just going to be annoying to Idra here.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how well this F91 can put pressure on Idra here. I mean, it looks like those speedlings aren't going to be doing too much. They'll probably just sit outside his truck and wait for any scouts to come by and kill those scouts before they can scout anything out. F91 does scout that Idra is putting up a bit of defense there, and Ling's going around the back and they're going to try and pick off some SCVs. And, they'll get out with their lives anyway. F91 is controlling those Zerglings beautifully. F91 is taking another gas expansion at 9 o'clock, which probably is better than taking his mineral only at this stage, considering he is going for a gas-intensive build.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, if Terran gets out of his main against a 2-hatch, you've already lost anyway, so it doesn't matter that he's expanding this close to Idra. The game's already going to be decided at that point. And in the mid-game, he should be able to defend. It looks like some Zerglings ran in and took out that turret. I missed that, but I see blood everywhere and a cancelled turret. Not going to be too much of a deal here for Idra. Here come the Mutalisks. We've got about 5 Mutalisks out. Let's see what he can get done.
I guess this is the real final and true test of Idra's capability to deal with Mutalisk harass of foreigners, really. Those Mutalisks are going to be flying around trying to take out as much as they can. They're harassing the supply depot, and here come Idra's Marines, and they're much better formation than we have seen in other games of the series. But he's left his natural wide open, and there's a few Zerglings there taking down one of the turrets. Maybe they'll get another one. No, they won't. The SCV's doing a good job of blocking them. And, ooh, I don't know if those Zerglings got enough done to make those Mutalisks even better. Be able to do enough damage.
Yeah, for sure. Grouping up now, just testing, doing a lot of damage to that medic, but not killing it. Even if you don't kill units, you can still drain medic energy, which is nice, and something a lot of people don't remember. They think you have to actually kill the Marines to be dealing damage. Draining the energy is nice. Looks like Idra actually defending pretty competently here. A little different from what we've seen before. A few stray Marines getting picked off here by the Mutalisk. Really nice Mutamicro by F91.
Yeah, I mean, he's not engaging too much into those turrets. He's picking off Marines where he can get them picked off. And I mean, that's all you can really do against a Terran player who turrets as heavily as Idra is doing at the moment.
Yeah, you just gotta wait, whittle it down, get a big army, and look to move out. And now he's behind, picking off SCVs from back there. That's very nice. Idra, gotta be careful not to rush up the ramp. Scanning now, rushing up the ramp. Really good play from both. And I like that F91 is not committing to attacking turrets until he has enough mutas, and he'll probably wait until he has +1 as well when he finally commits to attacking the army.
Yeah, and you can see that F91 just took out a turret there. I mean, Idra's moved up to the top ground, but where are your medics, Idra? Where are your medics? The medics are slowly catching up, and all of those mutas are doing quite a bit more damage than they should have been doing, seeing as, oh no, those medics are still very far away. Mutas were able to raid that marine force because they weren't getting healed, and I think that was a deadly mistake there for Idra.
Oh my god, happy feet! Wombo combo! That ain't Falco! This is a huge muta attack from 2hatch from F91, just basically tearing down Idra, and I am really surprised, and this has all but killed him. This game is, really over in my eyes. Look at how many mutas are coming back here. This is gonna clean up Idra.
Oh wow, I mean, seriously, forgetting your medics to come along with Marines, I mean, it's an easy thing to do, but when you're a pro gamer, you don't do those mistakes, or you get raped silly, like F91 is raping you right now, Idra. Wow, I mean, all this talk before about how Idra's ability to deal with non-Korean mutalisks should be top-notch and be able to deal with them really, really easily. I mean, it's come to light that, maybe F91 either has some of the best mutalist micro in the world, or it's just not true.
Yeah, seriously. When we see, F91 just with these 11 mutalisks poking around wherever he wants, now that he's got enough mutas, Idra doesn't have enough marines, he can attack wherever he wants, and if Idra leaves his army open, he can take that out, he can take out the turrets. Idra has nothing left at this point. Wow, F91 basically finishing him with just mutalisks, 2hatch muta. Standard play, takes down Idra.
Very impressive play by F91 by all means. I mean, those mutalisks were taking out about 3, maybe 4 marines in a go right at the end, so that +1 is really being effective, and I mean, there are so many mutalisks now for F91. I think he's got about 2 control groups of mutalisks and about a few zerglings to rush into the natural and take out the turrets. The completely undefended turrets, mind you. Here we go, F91 engaging both at the barracks, and Idra taps out, not even typing GG. He must be mighty pissed after that.
Seriously, Idra, where are you at? Where are you at? That's all I can say. He got really worked today. And I think F91 proved himself to a lot of foreigners who don't follow the Chinese scene, really showing, he's taking out JF, he's taking out Idra. This Zerg can play.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I wouldn't like to be the next Terran to face him, and Strelok, that is you. You know you're up against this Chinese beast next. I don't know how you're going to do it. But coming back to Broodsport here, amazing job by F91. He is going to be the winner for this series. He will walk away with a substantial amount of money. He is going to be walking away with $225. That is impressive for one 7-game series. Idra, on the other hand, you'll have to walk away with $75, but I'm sure you'll be happy with that, even if you're not happy with how badly you got raped right there.
Ouch. Idra, he goes either way, man. I mean, most players do, but Idra for sure. And I don't know what it is, if it's the pressure or if he just doesn't care at this point. But we see incredible games from him, and we see lackluster games from him. And I remember seeing a game on Andromeda, TVZ and Courage, where he just played unreal. It was unbelievable. One of the best TVZs I've seen from a foreign player. And that just wasn't here today.
Well, I guess that's all we can say from this special Liquidation here. It's been a pleasure to cast this for you. Thank you for tuning out, you masses of amazing people to crash our servers and whatnot. It's been great to cast this, and Chill, thank you for turning up and casting this with me.
Yep, it was fun. And I'm glad Zerg won.
And Zerg proved once again on the day that it's not the map imbalances that matter, it's the fact that mutalisks are way too strong. Anyway, this is it from Broodsport number 1. We'll be back with Liquidation soon, and like I said, that'll be Strelok versus F91 whenever that happens. But for now, that's us. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you some other day.